Good morning, Mr. A. How is one today? Yeah, I kind of gave up in the end. I didn't miss anything anyway. I just fucked off because, that's my style. I don't hang around because otherwise you just see numbers that you're not supposed to see. And anyway, so another quick video today, starting with the system. Made some alterations. Actually dropping the FX stuff because it just seems to be a bit too trendy, which isn't good for something that we're trying to get in and out, in and out, in and out. So you can see I've just reset this. I'll show you. Can you hear those sirens and stuff, man? Unfucking real. It's like living in New York. So you can see nothing on the report. Those are the first two positions, literally just been restarted. You can have a look here and you can see that it's still building. Well, we're not still building actually, because we've dropped many instruments here, so we'll have to see how we get on here. I've also made it a bit more aggressive, so I wonder if we've got an API block. No. Okay, because I can tell, you can see I'll just hover over this position change, you can see it changes color. And if it's going for that amount of time, why is the price not changing? Oh, fuck it, I can't do this. I start like troubleshooting and I'm just, never mind. So talk about today. I just need to pop the chart out 1 second. Alright. Okay. So this is today. That was yesterday. This was me doing the video. It's like one tick there. There was no trade there that went on in this time frame. 1 minute. It's really just these are about one tick. So from the line, which is 1493, to the peak there, 1508. So it's 1.5 ticks. I couldn't take a trade. There wasn't anything else that happened. I wasn't right about the full breakdown, but nothing happened. Today it looks substantially better though, in terms of the markets are looking a bit weak. I very nearly took a trade about 8 o'clock this morning, but it's now 10. But I don't like trading into the European Open because things they can turn around, and basically it's a little bit unsafe right before 8-9 o'clock in the morning. But I probably could have actually got something here, maybe 1 or 2 ticks, but I'm just going to wait to see. Hopefully it'll pull, but it is pulling back a little bit. But I think perhaps we may see something happen this morning. So I'm going to have to start very, very early. Probably make one trade if I can up into the open. Let me just see if there's any what the economic announcements are today. So unemployment at 130. I'll have to be out of there before. But so yeah, I'll try and get one this morning if I can, because it looks really good. Otherwise, I'm going and after 130, I'll see what else is coming, basically. But yeah, it's looking pretty strong today. Pretty strong. It's just I can't get blood out of a stone, and I know you appreciate that, but it doesn't feel too good for me sometimes, because for your point of view as well. I mean, look, we don't need the money, but I think it just makes us a little bit anxious that the volatility is so low. But it doesn't matter. So yeah, I really like what's going on today. Actually, I'll try and pop out Wall Street because let me just show you what Wall Street looks like here. Let's go back here. So this is now trading. Let me see. I don't think any would have closed yet. No, nothing closed. That's your link. And here we are. So it's actually a line that I drew days ago. It's always interesting when you see this happen, when it hits previous support and resistance. You can still see this is it's starting to open positions. We are trading it very aggressively though. Yeah, let's see what happens. I'm just going to watch this for a second and then see if Germany gets taken out here. No. Okay, so this is Wall Street. Now I've popped this out just to show you. Oops. I really suck at this. So that's the VIX. Oh, these pop-out charts, man. To show you, because it moves much better than the S&P in terms of movement, because it moves about 8.5 times more in range. So it's a lot more obvious with Wall Street. That's why if you want to see what's going on in the market, you would generally want to run Wall Street and the S&P together, because in comparison, Wall Street kind of shows you the micro movements leading into the S&P, because a 2-point move on Wall Street might not move the S&P, but if it's moved 1 or 2 points, you might in a direction, you might start to be a little bit more aware that the S&P might be able to make a move. And it's like a cascading sort of thing where the bigger indexes move more, so they can show you what's the money flow through the markets, if that makes sense. I'm sure it does. So that's that. Let's have a look here. So you can see Wall Street's come off pretty hard, and if it doesn't, if it gets back above this line, it's probably just going to keep grinding. But I think, like I said yesterday in the video, the markets are very, very tightly wound, and they've been high for a long time now. We did close actually above I think 2120, so I was surprised really to see it come off this morning, but it may just be that some people are de-risking before the jobs report. So we'll have to see what happens after that. There's just no way to know. If it's a bad payrolls thing, then people might say, well, then interest rates are not going up. If it's a good one, then people are going to say the market's okay, so we're going to go up. So there's just no way to actually read this at the moment, and you'd never know really. So you just have to stand on the side and just see what happens and see what the market does. And that's that. So I'll just close this off for a second. Just gonna put these into the group here. And I wonder if we've had any closes. No closes. It's a bit of a funny time because it's after the European Open. It's like 2 hours after the European Open, 1.5 hours. And so like just after the 1.5 to 2 hours after the US Open, things go quiet. All the people have got their positions on and they're just waiting. So I'll give this like literally 2 minutes and see how we get on. Anyway, I've been doing lots of steps the last few days, but my Fitbit doesn't want to sync. It's got like an exclamation mark. I don't know why. Piece of shit. Apparently Sony's bringing out a new PS4. I've never owned a Sony PS4. It's like PS4.5. And that was the thing I was talking about with the tail wagging the dog. It's like one game that I really, really want to play, because like if I just crash my computer. Oh, no way. I just unplugged my Fitbit. Is it still recording? I wonder if you missed that. this is weird. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to keep talking. Basically, you can't see, but like I don't know what's going on. My feeds are locked. They're just like bright red. And you can see my screen's not ticking up. Everything's frozen. Bollocks. Right. I hope this is recording. But I was thinking of getting a PS4, and they're bringing out a new one in a week or so, PS4.5, because I've got like every decent Xbox game, but I want to wait for the new one because there's a new one. But I'm still undecided because, you know, there's two consoles, and I hate clutter, and I think it's frivolous to have two consoles because essentially you're buying it for just a very, very small amounts of games. So I'm not sure. I'm still considering it. You know, I don't like when I moved house. I realized how much clutter I collected, and I'm really trying not to collect clutter and waste money, because a lot of that stuff when I moved I threw away and gave away, and I sold some of it, but I lost like 95% of the money I've spent on just general trash. And not that I think it's trash, but I think you know, it's unnecessary, and that's kind of my judgment, my yardstick, is to say, do I actually need this? Is it necessary? And I have to say, new PS4, as much as I want it for like a handful of games, it's unnecessary. It's going to be hard to move. It's a waste of money. I don't know. I spend too much time thinking, I think. So I'm going to call it quits on this video. Let's have a look at the log and see what's closed. Okay, so we've had 3 closes. Time in trade, 39 seconds, 19 seconds, 213 seconds. You can see the P&L here. That's what, like 198, £230. And we'll see what happens with these here. So I'll just keep talking for a minute. I don't know what's going on. Why is my computer running like such a dog? I think I'm probably running out of space somewhere. Well, I've got a Mac obviously, and they run really badly if you don't have a lot of space. And I think that might be the problem. Because it's an iMac, it's got a really old one. It's got an SSD hard drive in it, but it's only 100 gig. So I actually have a 4 terabyte one as well, but that's a normal one, and I love SSDs. I actually have an SSD on my Xbox One, like an external hard drive, because the loading time in between games is quite long with big games. So I load them onto an SSD to speed up the time, because I'm such a shit video game player. I'm dying continuously, so there's a lot of time waiting for the games to reload. And that kind of is a bit more optimal when you're playing. Yeah, HP, last story I'll tell you quickly. HP didn't deliver my server. They phoned me. They said, "Oh, Mr. Angus, just phoning about this email you sent inquiring about your server." And I was like, "Yep." I was like, "Yeah, we've cancelled the order." I was like, "Why?" They're like, "We don't know." I was like, "Okay, thanks. Do you want to reorder?" I was like, "No, not from you. Bye." But actually I did reorder from them, but I did it in a different way, so I can actually track the order this time, because last time I checked it out as a guest, and so that should be delivered at some point. So yeah, that's it for the video. I hope it goes through. Let's see if we've had any more closes. No. Oh yeah, we have. We've had 5 closes now. So P&L 406. I'm just ignoring the rebate because we're doing, as I said, a spread capture on close, and it's variable and random, so I'm not sure. And you can see here we're almost running a parity, and I only started this at the beginning of the video. You saw the very first positions come on. I mean, it's kind of addictive looking at this report all the time, because you so you can see, okay, so we're up now, like, you know, we're worth like 30 quid. So yeah, this is it. You can see it's placing, replacing, placing, replacing, and it's moving the orders around to different places. So if you've been hit in one place, you don't want to go back in the same place, because you want to avoid the market exhaustion. And you know, I guess I did enough talking yesterday with the video, so you kind of got a good gist on how this works. But yeah, let's have one more look. Oops. Let's see if we got another close come off. No. Alright, so I guess that's it, and I'm gonna look for a trade, because one looks like it's gonna just about hit. Not in this VIX. Catch you later, bye.